Yeah, I'm gonna have to start video by saying congratulations to Wodema and Miss Trudy for the safe delivery. As much as it was through cesarean section, I'm glad that finally you got that baby. Six miscarriages was not a joke at all, but I'm glad that you really got a baby for yourself. Again, you guys, how was your weekend? I hope it was not wicked. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, depending on where you're watching this video from. I'm delighted to be back here. Over the weekend on Sunday, I did not upload any video. I went missing, but I'm back. And I'm back with a lot of positivity. Here, I want the vibe to be so positive. I'm trying as much as I can to avoid being negative, even as I react to what is going on now. From watching the Wodimaya and Miss Trudy video that they just uploaded 5 hours ago. Uh, she delivered her baby. Well, we all know that she already delivered that baby long time, but now we have to keep on assuming that this video, that the delivery is as part to the moment they upload a video. We do not want to steal. We do not want to steal their moment. Later, I cannot be that wicked. It does not benefit me at all. Now, watching a video for entertainment is good, but then it's always very important to watch videos that you can learn something. I said it in my last video or videos that watching content online, as you grow older, you start realizing that even when you watch content online, you need to have a third eye. You cannot just be watching content for the sake of watching content. And as I'm saying this, when I was watching that content, it was actually very emotional because it is a journey from the moment she uploaded, from the minute one, because I've watched that video from the start to the end. As much as there was a lot of information that I was collecting from that video, and there's a lot to learn from that video. First of all, I don't know where Coco Mama is going to hide. Coco Mama is also a content creator. She was a long time big supporter of Wodemaya and Miss Trudy, but there's a video she did, and personally, I kind of felt she's gone way below the belt. But I hope one day she will apologize because that was very unfair. Anyway, and Coco Mama is also a beautiful African queen. She's Nigerian, I believe. We are not here to bash her, to beat her, to gang up against her. No, it's not necessary. Think about it this way. Any content creator here on YouTube, when they are African, even when they mess up, we can always advise them with love. You think about someone like Dimwango. Recently, she's been catching a lot of uppercuts. But again, the problem is that sometimes these people don't want to listen. That's the problem. But she's also a beautiful queen, hailing here from Kenya. We will always also support her. Anyway, this is not about those people. This is about Miss Trudy's delivery and the lessons that we may have learned from that whole video. First of all, women. What Miss Trudy is doing is really, really important, because even we as men, when we watch such kind of a content, it speaks to us because it tells us that pregnancy is a journey. It shows us the painful processes that a woman undergoes since the moment she conceives. It is a journey, and that's a moment where she needs a lot of support. Because you look at that video and you see Miss Trudy's tummy. You go and watch that video, you will see Miss Trudy's tummy with a lot of injections, a lot of marks, injuries, and all those marks, all those scars. They are not stealing beauty from her. They do not steal beauty from her. In fact, they stamp a process. They tell a story. Every scar, every miscarriage was a story. Of course, it is a painful story, but then it helps to tell a story. Think about all the women that are going to watch that video and they were kind of so low, so down. They were, you know, one thing you realize, especially as you start growing up, is, and especially when from their age 30 going up, or from 28 years, 27 years going up, because that's the moment you start, taking responsibility as a grown up. That's when you start facing real life. You are living in real life. Every experience you're having is real, it's reality. So imagine of all the 26, 27, everybody who has been facing such kind of struggles, when they come in contact with that video, think about the encouragement, because we are here, we will watch and empathize with Miss Trudy. But when you listen to Miss Trudy speaking, she's no longer thinking about herself. I've watched that whole video. You're gonna have to take my word and then you can go and confirm from her video. It's only that 3 minutes, I believe. It's not going to take a lot of time for yourself. And today being a Sunday, by the way, watching that video was more like a sermon. It's a sermon itself. When she held that baby, because she has included the delivery video, when she held that baby, she said, "I can't believe I'm holding my answered prayer." She does not look that baby as just a baby. This is a prayer, and it's not a one-day prayer. This is a prayer that has been there for a very long time. And I need to think about something. For Miss Trudy, all she needed was a baby. She has undergone a lot of miscarriages for her to have that baby. Now, I need you to start thinking about yourself. Everybody who is watching this video and everybody who is going to come into contact with this video that I'm doing right now, I need you to put yourself in a situation where you've had miscarriages on other aspects of life. There's a person right now who is watching this, and probably you are going through chemo, radiotherapy, physiotherapy, and all those things. Sorry about that. Think about all the things you are going through. Sometimes we kind of feel as if when you're going through a lot in this life, sometimes you kind of feel as if you're the only person who is going through that struggle. But the reality is, every person, and I don't know why, for some reason God chose Wodemaya and Miss Trudy, because as young Africans, when we look at them, we were seeing a success story. These are two individuals who comes from broken homes. And when I talk about broken homes, I'm talking about broken homes in terms of finances and other psychological issues. I've said it in other videos that Wodemaya's dad passed on and Miss Trudy's mom passed on. So these are people who grew up missing something in their lives, but then God blessed them with a lot of advantages and privileges, because where they are, with Wodemaya having a diplomatic visa and Miss Trudy being a very big influencer, financially they are okay. So you're looking at young people within the African setup, and they might be thinking here, they're looking at Wodemaya and Miss Trudy and thinking they have it all figured out. But then, since last 2 months, Miss Trudy comes and opens up about the miscarriages and the journey she has undergone through, and you start realizing, hey, wait, I'm looking at these people and wishing to be like them. My question to you is, fine, you want to be like Miss Trudy and Wodemaya. Would you handle 6 miscarriages? And obviously, people are going to say, no, I wouldn't want to be in that situation. And that's why I'm saying God purposely chose Wodemaya and Miss Trudy and that struggle, so that they can be their influence in their next journey in life is going to be redirected. And if you listen to that video, Miss Trudy has said that she will include a link on her channel, so that she can interact with other women who have been undergoing through the same issue, and perhaps she can try and see how she can help. Wodemaya confessed that he's going to raise $1 million so that he can help couples who may be going through the same issue. And that's the redirection of purpose. Would it have been possible were it not that they are big influencers within the continent and they have a very massive following? Together combined, they have about 2.6 million followers combined. And it would be important, by the way, if you've not subscribed to this channel and perhaps you just came across, for some reason you just came across this channel, I would highly recommend go and subscribe to Miss Trudy, go and subscribe to Bodemaya, and then you can come here and do justice for Christ's sake. Anyways, so you have to think about it from that perspective, that the reason as to why it is important that Miss Trudy is uploading these videos, because it speaks to all of us, not just to women but even to us guys. Because guess what, for those 3 months before she delivered, if you have watched the other videos that they uploaded, you realize that Bodemaya actually postponed a meeting with the president of Burkina Faso so that he can go and stay with the wife. And we as men, when we watch that content, when we watch that video, it doesn't matter, it's all about delivery. But again, when you think about family, it's the man, the husband, the wife, and the kid or the kids, and the community. Because some of these things are gonna have to be handled by the community. Like that thing, when you watch the whole of that video, there's a lot of message, and that's why I'll repeat and say again, you have to watch it with a third eye. You have to watch it with a third eye. You have to be so keen when you're watching that video, because there's a lot you can collect. There's a lot of message, there's a lot of motivation in that video. So for us men, when you watch that, you look at a guy like Bodemaya and you see how he has been very, very supportive, very anxious in the whole process, very nervous in the whole process, because after going through 6 miscarriages, and as much as you can see that pregnancy grow, there's always that fear, and you could see it. Bodemaya, he's an extrovert, but he was just silent, chilled. In any case, the person who seemed like she's so happy, she's enjoying the process, was Miss Trudy. Bodemaya is there to give her support, and sometimes the only support you can show is showing up. It's like when you have a kid in school, one of the best things you can ever do when they have activities is showing up. And Bodemaya showed up for 3 months to go and show support, because it really mattered. You cannot compare 3 months to the 4 years of missed and of miscarriages. So again, that speaks to us as men. Like, we need to be there throughout the whole process, from the moment of conception. Don't just be there in the conceiving stages. Do not just be there when you're ready to don't just be there during that time when you want to conceive. That time you're so energetic, you're so strong, you want to prove yourself as a man, you want to go there and do your deed, and then after you do your deed, you go away. It's not fair. I feel we as Africans, we as black people, we as people of the African ancestry, we understood. By the way, when you look at history, if there are a people who really understood family, it's we the black people. There is no other race that had a very strong family bond, a very strong structure, a very strong family structure than the Africans, than the people of the African ancestry. Nobody should ever lie to you. When you go to places like, US, you hear about the Bloods, the Bloods wearing red, I don't know, the Crips wearing this and other guns. That division wasn't there, and it's a division that has been brought to us following the colonization thing and all those things. But if there are people who understood how family works, the family unit, the family structure, and if there are people who understood how togetherness, how unity can break every barrier. It is we people of the African ancestry. And as much as we have departed from that, we have a chance. We have an opportunity to come back together and work as a unit. And that's what you'll always hear me. Even when I talk about Ayamara recently, I'll call him our African brother. I may not agree with his personality and what he does, because I am not fighting Ayamaro. I am not fighting Dimwango. I am addressing a personality. I'm addressing a cancerous cell that I spots, because cancer spreads very fast when it's not addressed. So if greed is cancerous, I have to address it. All those things, we address them, but we do not address them with hate. We address them with love. As much as drama creates content. Drama is very good. It really brings in views. It has that buzz. It brings in views. Anyway, let's move away from that. This video is about Miss Trudy and the lessons you're gonna have to learn from that video. The other thing is, the power of family. When you watch that video, you can clearly see there are people when the delivery was done in Atlanta, but you could clearly see there is so much support from our African brothers. There are people willing to go there and show her support. There are people willing to go there and, encourage her. Wodemaya was not supposed to feel as if he's alone in that, and I believe he did not feel like he was alone in that. And they were driven there with a Tesla. It was a very nice electric car. Make them feel like kings and queens, because they are. They are. We really embrace them. And I'm really liking what Wodemaya has managed to achieve. So he has to be treated like a king, and she has to be treated like a queen, and they deserve it. Knowing where they've come from, they deserve it. And by the way, before I forget, remember, even the amount of money that has been spent by that young man it's way a lot. I wouldn't be shocked if that money has spiraled all the way to something to do with 400,000 throughout the whole process. You have to think about flights. You have to think about where they used to stay. You have to think about traveling, food, medication, all those things. It has really consumed a lot of money. Mark you, it has consumed a lot of money, and this guy is not coming to beg and ask people for donations. You guys, I need you to think about that for a minute. Instead, he's asking people. Instead of asking for donations and support, he's putting himself out there to help. He's not asking for donations. He's putting himself out there to help couples that may have been going through the same thing. Mark you, he has really spent a lot of money throughout that whole process for the last 4 years, because you have to go from this doctor to 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 this doctor. And lastly, I also want to talk about something that you may have watched that video, but you either did not note, or you are over emotional or excited that it didn't hit your mind. Think about it. The way African people have been represented in the past is not fair. Miss Trudy went to a hospital in Atlanta, but guess who the doctor was? She's Nigerian. The two nurses are from Ghana. Of course, the other caregivers, white caregivers, but I need you to think about it. We are looked at as if we do not have the intellectual capacity to handle issues. All along, Miss Trudy was getting help from a Ghanaian doctor, a black person. She goes to the United States of America. She goes to a hospital. Where does she get that help from? A Nigerian doctor. Well, she's already assimilated. She's an American, but she's originally African. Which tells you one thing. We as black people have the capacity, we have the ability to solve our own problems. That video is not just about delivery. It's speaking a lot of things, and I wish people would watch videos as a skill, like, you just watch that video from that eye, because it speaks a lot. It tells you a lot, that you can always find your own people to hold to solve the problems. An African problem requires an African solution from an African person. A black person's problem can only have a black man's solution from a black person. It doesn't matter where you come from. As long as you look like me, we have our problems, yes, but we also have our own solutions. Never be lied by anybody. Yes, those countries, what they have is they have a lot of opportunities. Being realistically speaking, yes, there are so many opportunities, especially opportunities that can help you get finance. But then, the opportunity for investment is in Africa. Because as much as there are so many opportunities in those Western countries, the bills, the tax is also very, very high. So you can get money there and invest in Africa. $3 is nothing. $5 is nothing in those countries. $5 is nothing in those countries. Me with $5 here in Africa. I mean, when you have $5, you can't even buy a cup of coffee in US. Me with $5, I'm eating breakfast, lunch, and supper here in Africa, because $5 in Kenyan shillings will be talking about around 650 Kenyan shillings. And if you're in the village, $5. If you are in the village, $5, you are eating way better than anybody in the Western world. $5 if you're in the village. The fruits, the vegetables here are organic, etc. So there's money there, investment here. Opportunities there, investment here. That's why if you make money, you can sacrifice and make money, good money, in 5 years while you're in those countries. But then the long-term goal is investing back here. Anyway, what I was talking about is, do not look down upon yourself as an African thinking that you can't make it. And then do not allow the perception that has been sold about us Africans when we go out there to affect how you make decisions and how you live. We are capable of doing things by ourselves. We are capable of solving problems that affect us in an African way. We used to be family. Let us embrace family. Let us have those family structures working effectively, and let us support each other. Other than that, I'm wishing a very good day. 8th January 2020. Today is 8th or 9th? January or February? February 2026. And kindly subscribe if you haven't subscribed. And let's see you in the other side. Thanks.